Hi, my name is Corey, and I will be sharing with you today my module reflection 4. The first question we had to answer were, what were the 8 central features of emotions? So we'll go down this list here, and I'll introduce them to you. The first one here is intentionality. It's the feeling of having an emotion directed at a thing, at something, or because of something. For instance, you may have a flat tire. You see that flat tire, and now you're really angry, you're really upset about that flat tire. That anger isn't directed at a person, it's directed at a thing. So, you could see here that your anger is directed at this flat tire only. Number 2, rationality. It's understanding when an emotion is appropriate for a situation or not. So, back to the flat tire example, you maybe get so mad that you have a flat tire that you punch the window and it breaks. That is not an appropriate response to getting a flat tire. So you are able to understand that and able to regulate your emotions because of that. Number 3, differentiation. It's being able to tell your emotions apart. So you can tell that you're happy. You can tell that you're surprised. You can tell that you're angry. These are separate emotions that do not overlap each other. They're individual. And then there's number 4, phenomenology. That's being able to categorize your emotions based on their similarities and differences. So for instance, anger and frustration are very similar to one another because they are both negative emotions. They have negative associations with them. But anger tends to be more aggressive than frustration is. Frustration, you're just like, "Arr," but anger, you may get physically violent, you may yell, you may scream, but you're not that way when you're frustrated. So there are differences with anger and frustration, but they're also very similar because they're both negative emotions. And then there's motivating role. It is how emotions cause somebody to act. So, for instance, this mouse here causes this lady to be scared. And this lady, because she is afraid of this mouse and feels the fear, she therefore jumps on this chair and starts to scream because she's afraid. Number 6, causal structure. It's how the emotions are caused and how it affects the body and mind. So basically, how the body and mind are interlinked based on the types of emotions you have. Number 7, emotionality. It's understanding the difference between emotions and other sensations. So like your thoughts, your beliefs, your desires, your bodily sensations, how you feel physically versus how you feel emotionally. And then there's number 8, is importance. It's basically saying that emotions are a key role in our mental health, in our day-to-day lives, and they should be balanced and they should be considered important. And then, excuse me, we also had to discuss what 3 main problems exist when trying to define what an emotion is. So 3 main problems that people in the cognitive field have when defining emotions are circulatory, phenomenal unity, and recalcitrance. This guy here, the main problem is that in circularity, it is how it sounds. It's a loop of feedback. So one experience is causing another experience, influencing another experience. It's a continuously interconnective pattern. Like you can say down here, this infinity symbol is continuously connected. It's looping around itself for all of time. This is the same thing. But this makes defining emotions really difficult because emotions are sometimes very strict and very standard. They not are always affecting one another. One emotion doesn't always have to affect another emotion, or one experience doesn't have to affect another experience. So it can make it hard to define what an emotion is when there isn't strict guidelines. For phenomenal unity, all the experiences someone has are merged into one single state of being or one single state of consciousness, which you can see in this photo down here, the individual puzzle pieces of this person. they're all individual from each other, but they can build one single whole person, one single state of being, one single state of consciousness. And because of this, it's hard to define what emotions are, because emotions aren't just one single puzzle piece or one single thing. Emotions are made up of multiple things. It's not just one final result. Let me move me over here so you can take a peek at this. For recalcitrance, it's all your experiences not fitting together. They don't they clash with each other. They don't fit together like this guy here. The puzzle pieces, they do not align. It's like the scramble down here where all the letters are just jumbled up. They don't make sense. It's just random words. They don't have any sort of pattern. And because of this, it's hard to define emotions because not all emotions make sense. They're not purposeful. They aren't predictable. They just come randomly and sporadically. And it makes it difficult to define what an emotion is because of that. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining me.